All right, you signed up for forearm stands. We are going to do a little bit of more dolphin work before we go into forearm stands against the wall. So if you have watched the video, you're already doing your dolphin, palms facing down and shortening it. We're gonna do a little bit of an exercise and then do some one-legged dolphin. So I want you to come into your dolphin plank or into a high plank, and we're gonna practice lowering our forearms down into dolphin. The focus here is the rotation through our shoulders when we lower. So kind of bend your elbows go out, and then elbows come back. So notice how my shoulders rotated through that motion. Right, elbows out, around, and back. They're plugged in so then I can lower down to my forearms. Okay? Now here my elbows are a little bit wide, so I want to lower them even more, that kind of internal motion. Again, palms are underneath shoulders, elbows out, around, lower down. Here I'm in my dolphin. Now practice pushing into your palms to lift your elbows, so now you're in down dog. You're gonna take this, and with the extra challenge, you'll lift a leg, so we'll do a one-legged dolphin. So high plank, elbows kind of come out and back, lowering into your dolphin, and then pushing into your palms, lifting into a down dog. You can take a break in between. Again, if they get too fatigued, you won't have that strength when you go into the forearm stand. So just taking breaks and doing as much as you feel is enough to kind of fire them and get the motion without fatigue. So the extra challenge, we'll go into a one-legged dolphin. So start with a low or a high lunge, front foot between your palms. You're gonna step back with your right foot, lower into one-legged dolphin. Right leg reaches high. From there, hop a little bit with your left foot. Not swinging the up leg. The movement from the up leg just simply comes from your hops. And release right foot to the floor. Push into your palms, lift your elbows. Take a child's pose, regroup. And then to the other side. So left foot in our kind of low high lunge. From there, you're gonna lift your left foot as you step back, lower into your one-legged dolphin. Then from there, hop on your right toes to hop your right foot forward, left leg stays high. Just a few hops, see how it feels. And then you can release down. You can, again, transition into a down dog, pushing through your palms up. Now going into our full dolphin. When you're taking the hops, if that felt okay on your shoulders, that's a good sign that we're gonna go into our full forearm stand. I just said full dolphin, but those hops, if those feel pretty intense, that's where the work is. Just start shortening, taking a one-legged, again, pushing into the forearms, so shoulders away from the ears. Now, I take this against the wall, so we're gonna time out and reset. If you have a block, it's a great option. We'll do the block first, and then I'll show you without a block. So the reason the block is great is that we keep our elbows drawing in. When our elbows come out, we put some pressure on our rotator cuff. We start to go into a internal rotation, which can be tough on the labrum, and again, everything that's going on in the shoulders. So really this kind of elbows drawing in will be key. A block helps you to keep that movement. You might even take two blocks, so one up and one down, whatever can keep your elbows shoulders width. Then taking your short dolphin, push into your forearms, push your shoulders away from the floor. One leg lifts. It's crucial to get the lifted leg as high as you can. You're gonna hop on your standing leg. The glute of your lifted leg is going to bring you up. So you take the hop and you squeeze the glute to lift your other leg up. Then from there, you're gonna find the balance, squeeze your inner thighs, ribs draw in. Another little tip or secret, gaze towards your block or towards where the wall meets the floor to start, and then once you kick up, you can come to a neutral neck. One thing I want you to avoid is the swinging of the lifted leg. When we swing this leg and try to use that momentum, we're putting a lot of back and forth on our shoulders. So really think about how high can I lift one leg and hop off the other. Ditch the block, palms face down, same movement. Elbows stay underneath the shoulders, push into your forearms, push into your palms. Switch legs. We like to do our strong leg, but it's important to do both sides. So we'll walk you through again. Shorten your dolphin as much as you can. Lift one leg, push into your forearms, shoulders push away from the ground. Now hop and use your lifted leg to pull your other leg up. Right? So look at it. We've got these differences in each side. You have the wall behind you, then push into your palms, push into your forearms. Belly draws in, inner thighs squeeze. Once you come down, take a child's pose. Let your arms come by your side. When we try these poses, we tend to just want to do it over and over and over again, but super intense on the shoulders. So this is one I would look at, not trying to do 100 reps to get up, but really being kind to when that's enough. So pause this, practice that a few more times if you'd like, using the different variations. And then as I mentioned, once you're done practicing, come back to it, and I'll walk us through our kind of cool down. Okay, you're back and you've practiced as many forearm stands as you want that feel kind to your shoulders. So let's allow our shoulders to take a break. Finding your tabletop. Inhale, right fingers to the sky, opening across your chest. Then exhale, thread the needle. Right arm between your left arm and your knees. Lower your right shoulder down, right cheek down. Now left arm can extend out in front of you, or you can keep your left palm by your nose with your elbow bent. Push into your left palm to inhale, open up your threaded needle, right fingers high. Exhale, right palm to the floor. Inhale, left fingers high. Exhale, thread the needle. So left goes between right, left cheek to the floor. Extend your right arm, or left palm stays right by your face. Push into your right palm. Inhale, left fingers to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Hips to your heels and off to one side. Swoop the legs around. And then we'll meet lying on our backs. So getting in a opposite rotation through the shoulders. Arms come wide, palms face down. Wrists in line with your shoulders. They might come up a little bit. Then gaze will turn towards the right. Draw your chin slightly away from your chest. Then walk your left fingers away from your body. Push into both palms. And then bring your left feet to your feet to the right side of your mat. Push into your feet to lift your hips over to the right. Then both knees will lower to the left side. For an extra in this twist, right heel can tuck underneath your left knee. Now if you continue to put some effort in the arms, you can just let go of that effort and just allow yourself to sink into this twist. And so these boxes that we're in, right, are the edges of our comfort zone, our limiting walls that we've created. They're always there, right? We break down one box only to find another box. So that's why I say it's not about the boxes. It's about finding that peace, that contentment with whatever box is there. And it's not to have complacency, but it's knowing that you break down this box that doesn't serve you and you have a new one. As we break down comfort zones, we have new levels of comfort. Chin back to center, both knees back to center, uncross the legs. Now gaze to the left, chin slightly away from your shoulder. Push into both palms and then walk your right fingers away from your body. And then when you're ready to take the twist, feet to the left, push into the floor, pick your hips up to the left, knees fall to the right. Left heel underneath the right knee for a little extra. So when we notice how we relate to the boxes, we might even see new boxes through that. How we relate to being able to do a pose or not do a pose is the box, or is where we live, is where we exist with our boxes. Because it's not about the pose, it's what you say about it. It's what you say about yourself in relation to that. We get to explore our comfort zone. That's where the growth comes. We get to break through new boxes, again, to find new boxes and break those. But through that growth, it's finding the peace, the contentment with whatever box is existing at that time. And chin comes back to center, knees back to center, uncross your legs if they aren't already. Then both knees into your side ribs, kind of like a modified happy baby. You can stay here or take a full happy baby, soles of your feet to the floor. Some massages through the back. Then release the soles of your feet. Knees come together, knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze, forehead to your knees. Breathe in, squeeze even tighter so you feel the power within you. Feel this strength that lies inside of you. And then as you exhale, release everything to the floor for Shavasana. From here, let go of the effort of your breath and let yourself just rest. You can rest for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, deepen your breathing. Find some movement in fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. And bend both knees, roll into whichever side is most comfortable for you. And take a moment here. Now bring to mind a box that you've broken through in the past. It could be a limitation that you had over some years or maybe just a few weeks or months. So often we don't celebrate our growth, right? We break the box down and it's on to the next. And we forget that we have the courage, the bravery, the resilience for this growth. So I ask you to celebrate your resilience, this courage, knowing that it's within you always. And supporting yourself up to a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Eyes closed, hands to heart center. And take a deep inhale. And big exhale, sending it to the world. May your body be strong, your mind open, and your heart always, always full. Namaste.